Our governor just forget human being wey dey here.
Mr. Governor cannot tell us that in 15 years he cannot generate enough funds to work on this road.
Pay my tax as a citizen of this state. We are living like we don't have a governor in this state.
We have been begging them to come and help us. We are not looking for other things.
Residents of 42 communities in Oedo local government area of Edo State took to the street earlier today to protest the deplorable condition of roads in their communities.
They must work and we must all put our hands together. The leaders must sit up and there must be engagement and NLC, the leaders, the stakeholders to make sure Nigeria works.
There's no place like home. Trust me, if this place that we call our home, if it's spoiled, I don't think we'll have a place to call our home anymore.
Nigerians lament the strike by the organized labor, which grounded activities nationwide today, including Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria.
It has been very, very helpful, and it will reduce the suffering at the moment when it comes to transportation for a lot of people.
The governor is trying. If they will even extend it for 1 year, we will appreciate it.
Edo people applaud Governor Gordon Obaseki for extending free transportation ride by 3 months. A very good evening to you. Thank you so very much for joining us on BeeTv News tonight. My name is Best Arato. We're reaching you from Benin City, Edo State capital, Nigeria. We'll begin now from the protest that erupted today in Benin as residents and business owners in 42 communities in Iyokogba in Oedo local government area of Edo State have cried out over failed promises made to them since 2016 when the current administration was campaigning that it would fix their road. The residents, who seems to be tired of waiting for government intervention, have now taken to the street to protest with a view to drawing government's attention to their plight. The report by Desire Edwaraye is here presented.
8 years, nothing, no road, no get road.
Now those communities they work like this.
Yes, more than 48 communities.
Like this. Governor, the year of us.
They deliver.
8 years, no road here.
It was a total lockdown at the Oko-Ogba Road, just a few kilometers away from the Ogba Zoological Garden and Nature Park, as indigenes and residents of 42 communities in Ward 2 of Oedo local government area of Edo State barricaded the road, preventing vehicular movement to press home their demands. The protesters said the last time the campaign team of Governor Gordon Obaseki came to the communities, they were shown a blueprint of agreement that the construction of the road would begin immediately. They said with less than 1 year for this administration to end, no sign at the moment to show that the government is ready to fulfill the promise made to them.
The governor have been here. The governor have make a promise, several promises, not one, not twice. The last election, the governor also drive down to these houses, and he also feel pity for the people in these houses that he did not know that this road is like this. That he's sending just 1 month from that day that he's sending contractor to come and start this road. We were expecting the government up till now. No contractor come to this road.
We have been begging them to come and help us. We are not looking for other things. All we need is to tie the road for us. We have almost about 40 communities in this years, down to Gelegele River. But when the election is coming, they will remember that Iyekogba is existing. After election, we will not see any of them. So we are begging the government, our executive governor, Gordon Obaseki, should come and tie this road for us. When they were doing a ASFA campaign, Obaseki came to Iyekogba and we received him at Tumegbe. And he promised that after the election, immediately we will start the road. As we speak now, nothing has been done.
The protesters said the protest by the communities is to raise awareness and remind the governor to fulfill the 2016 campaign promises. They wondered why a road that is just 5 minutes drive to the city center could so be abandoned by the government and not even palliative work is done on the road. They said the hardship they undergo to access their homes on a daily basis is becoming unbearable for them and appealed to the state government to immediately swing into action to fix the road.
You buy a car of how much? You pay tax, you will number the car, and at the same time, when you cross from year to year, the bumper have already pulled. Many things, your car will got damaged. You cannot use it. So let the government yank into the crowd, the people, so that they can come and fix this road.
Mr. Governor cannot tell us that in 15 years he cannot generate enough funds to work on this road. He can't tell us that. We voted for him 2 times. And we know very soon he will start campaigning that we should vote for one of his candidates. What is he expecting from us? This is the time for us to speak the truth.
We are trying to complain about our roads for our government. You see our bike every day. We are entering workshop every day because of the road. And road myself nearly even cut myself, so I beg. As we have promised us, so more I can't try.
Some business owners and volunteers who usually fix the road with their personal resources said, what is the use of paying taxes to government if the same government cannot utilize the money for the benefit of the people, especially in road infrastructure?
The last time we do that place, I think we used almost 340,000 to make sure the place is motorable. Once any rain dropped, you will see everybody will suffering. I can remember the person that did this road, and we are happy with the Agdansari Oshomole. He's one that do the bridge and do this airport road. I even make all the masses move their bed. After his tenure, we can't even see anything.
I have a school down here and I pay my tax as a citizen of this state. We are living like we don't have a governor in this state. That is why today we come out to say no, enough is enough. We can't be living like an animal. There is scarcity in fuel. Yes, we know that. Fuel is expensive. Yes, we know that. You can't give two punishments to a citizen you say you love as a governor of a state. Hence, we cry unto you. If we are able to afford an expensive fuel, we should also have a good road to tag on it. We can't be looking for money to buy fuel. We'll be looking for money to fix our vehicle just because of bad road.
An aggrieved mother and a resident who expressed anger said no politician henceforth should think of bringing empty campaign promises to them, saying they are tired of the deceit.
Anybody when they come here, he say one come carry our vote. When not they repair road, now God, I go punish them for this year when we enter. Because now human being there this road, not be animal, not be goat. When they just abandon us, our governor just forget human being where they here. The largest vote is from this ward too, not from any other side. Anybody where they come, me, I go personally they stone them.
At the time of this report, the residents and business owners were making plans to provide the protesters with food and water, saying it's going to be a total lockdown until government yields to their demands. Edo State government is yet to comment on the protest, but in a previous interview, the Information Commissioner in the state, Mr. Chris Naihai, said government is taking steps to address the issue of roads in the state, as your Obaseki's-led administration is doing everything possible to address deplorable roads in Edo State. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. Ewadia community in Oedo local government area for those states is not only experiencing bad road condition, but a life-threatening gully. According to the residents, the major concern right now is a deep gully which recently claimed 2 lives. The gully, which can now conveniently swallow more than one pole, is becoming a source of worry to residents and business owners. BeeTv News, Mercy Adams tells us the rest of the story.
Before now, it used to be an emerging gully, but today, the gully at Igwodia community is now a life-threatening one and has almost cut off the road. Those who spoke to BeeTv News crew said the gully recently climaxed the life of 2 persons, saying that it is unfortunate that small gully that should have been tackled since was neglected and is now a death trap to residents of Igwodia. They said they have also made personal efforts to arrest the gully, but no success, adding that the gully is now as deep as an electric pole.
This very gully behind me has become a life-threatening gully. It wasn't as wide as this, I think even last year, but the rain this year have increased this gully. There is another one just immediately after this particular one there, not up to 50 meters from this one. That one was also increasing. I think some persons began to dump refuse there. That is what have hindered the increase of that one. I've stopped that one for a while. But this one is life-threatening. It took an individual to extend the road to the right side. That is why vehicles are able to pass here now. If not, before they removed those walls and extended the road, vehicles were almost passing very close to this gully. And as it is now, it takes 1 vehicle at a time to pass through this place. So every other vehicle have to wait for the ones coming to pass before the other ones going in can come in. If another additional 2 months rain meets this gully, though 42 communities inside Upper Airport Road Yekogba will not be able to pass through this place. So the governor should come to our aid.
This is Airport Road in extension. From the bridge down straight to Gelegele, this road is connected to 42 communities. This road, as I speak with you, has about 4 solid gullies that are almost dividing the road into 2. Save for the help of individuals, personal efforts, and individual efforts that has been trying to salvage the situation. We have some guys that dig the sand, cover, put back some cement, and so on and so forth. If these things had not been done over the years, this is Oredo, for crying out loud. This Oredo, the center and the heart of Edo State, Oredo community, Oredo local government. And this is a very serious situation. It is called for emergency. It is an emergency. The governor should not sit in the office anymore. The commissioner should not sit in the office anymore.
The residents say they are only hoping that more lives would not be lost to the gully before the state government will intervene. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
Moving on, the Nigerian Labour Congress NSC, the Trade Union Congress and its affiliates, including the Academic Staff Union of University ASU, on Tuesday began a nationwide strike in defiance to a restraining court order barring them from embarking on the industrial action following the expiration of the deadline issued by the Nigerian Labour Congress and TUC to the federal government over the alleged brutalization of the NSC President Comrade Joe Ajaero. Due to this, banks and other affiliates of the NSC have complied with the stance of the association. Oyedola Oluwatoyin monitored the level of compliance in Benin City.
That was the scenario at the High Court and the State Secretariat in Benin City following the nationwide strike action in effect by the NLC and its affiliate bodies as workers who resumed for work were locked outside the Secretariat building. Speaking to BeeTv News crew, a respondent, Ms. Chidima, who is an intern at the Civil Service Commission, noted that she was left aghast as she had left home in the hopes for another day at the office but was greeted with a bolted building. Other civil servants who spoke off camera said at the close of work on Monday, nobody informed them of the planned strike by the Organized Labour Congress. They said they were surprised that the leadership of the Organized Labour Congress still went on strike, forcing workers back home.
There's no place like home. Trust me, if this place that we call our home, if it's spoiled, I don't think we'll have a place to call our home anymore. So please, I employ the Nigerian government to look forward to helping us, the Nigerian students, and even those in the labor, to at least have a reason to be happy each day they wake up to come to work.
Nigerian Labour Congress, they are supposed to have informed the public that yes, by giving notice to people that on so day will be on strike.
Financial institutions were not left out, as a view of the Benin metropolis showed evidence of their compliance with the industrial action. Most of the banks did not open for business transactions in compliance with the nationwide strike. Many respondents expressed their dismay over the action, stating that there was inadequate notice before the nationwide strike.
It's very bad. They're supposed to alert us that they want to strike so that everybody will get ready for the strike. Now, the children, they are too. The market, everything are going up all the time. So no money to do everything.
It's supposed to be a notice before any action. So in respect of that, is unlawful.
Other persons noted that the action is necessary in order for the federal government to meet up with their demands, while others who lamented the hardship in the country and how the strike will ultimately affect social and economic activities urged the NLC and the government to come to a reasonable conclusion that would benefit the masses.
They must work and we must all put our hands together. The leaders must sit up and there must be engagement in the NLC, the leaders, the stakeholders to make sure Nigeria work. Things must calm down.
And if they want to not be say on just on paper of their self, of their leaders.
When we look at the prevailing circumstances in the country, I think there is a need for urgent action to be taken. NLC has to consider the general masses because a lot of people are going to suffer from this action. But nevertheless, it's a right signal to the government.
The industrial strike is indefinite as it is part of the NLC's mandate to get government attention to their grievances. Oluwatoyin Oyedola, reporting for BeeTv News.
He has flagged off Operation Exercise Stillwater 3, assuring Edo people of safety and security during the Yuletide seasons. Obaseki gave the assurance during the inauguration of the Army Forward Base at Okoma community in Ipobaha local government area of Edo State. BeeTv News Oluwatoyin has details.
Governor Obaseki said security is the basis for development, noting that without safety, security of lives and properties, investors will be reluctant to bring their investment or resources into any areas or communities. He said in the last 3 years, his administration has seen significant improvement in security in Edo State due to the collaboration of the federal and state security agencies.
So we want to thank God that particularly in the last 2-3 years, we've seen a significant improvement in the security of Edo State. This has been made largely possible by the collaboration of the security agencies in Edo, both federal and state. So Operation Stillwater is geared to harnessing and aligning the activities of all of these operatives to ensure that, particularly at this time of the year, when we're expecting so many of our kith and kin to come home, that Edo is safe.
The governor said Operation Stillwater is geared towards enhancing and alienating activities of security operatives to ensure that during this period of where most Edo people come back home for the Yuletide celebrations, the Edo State will be safe for all visitors. He thanked the Chief of Army Staff and Military Formation for the support which they have given his administration.
We have, in the last few years, noticed that we have very low records of incidents during the Yuletide season in Edo. We believe that with this Operation Stillwater, we will not record any significant incident this Christmas and New Year celebrations.
In his address, Commander 4 Brigade Nigerian Army Benin City, Brigadier General Danlami Ndahi said the objective of the exercise is hinged on ridding Edo State of prevailing crimes such as kidnapping, armed robbery, cultism, farmer herders clashes, child trafficking, oil bunkering, communal clashes, drug peddling, amongst others.
Also tailored towards enhancing protection of the innocent and law-abiding citizens and building confidence among the civilian populace in the state during the Yuletide season and beyond. The exercise will be conducted in collaboration with other security agencies who will perform their statutory roles. This will enhance the collaboration and cooperation of security agencies in the state to ensure the unity of purpose, eradicating all forms of sundry crimes in Edo State.
The exercise will be conducted in collaboration with other sister security agencies who will perform their statutory roles, as this will enhance the cooperation and collaboration of security agencies in Edo State to ensure the unity of purpose in eradicating all forms of sundry crimes in Edo State. The exercise will promote a conducive environment for businesses and other social economic activities for which the state is known for and thrives. This exercise is a 3-month-long intensive program geared towards securing lives and properties of Edo people. Earlier, the Enoge of Obage Newosa, His Royal Highness Imadonwiyi Endurance, welcomed all to the flag-off exercise Stillwater 3, which is packaged to enhance the protection of law-abiding and innocent citizens. And enhance confidence from the people of the state throughout the Ember months. Oyedola Oluwatoyin, reporting for BeeTv News.
A common knowledge that Nigerian roads are generally either in a state of disrepair, poorly maintained, or altogether untarred. With Nigeria boasting of the largest road network in Africa, it is not surprising that only about 60,000 kilometers out of its estimated 195,000 kilometers or road network is paved. After 63 years of independence, Nigeria still lags behind in road infrastructure. What could be the reason for this? This is our special report for today. Majority of the nation's road network was constructed between the 80s and 90s, with a larger portion of them currently deteriorated because of poor maintenance. Even when the existing roads are constructed or supposedly maintained, it soon falls into disrepair due to the use of low-quality materials. Despite huge budgetary allocations being committed annually to infrastructural development projects, much yet remains to be seen on how the condition of the roads justifies their fiscal allocation. The Nigerian road network is majorly classified into three. First is Truck Road A, which encompasses the framework of the national road grid and cuts across regional boundaries. The federal government of Nigeria, through the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, is responsible for financing, constructing, and maintaining this class of roads. Second is the Truck Road B, which connects the major cities within the state. They are financed, constructed, and maintained by the state governments. Third is Truck Road C, which falls under the category of roads constructed and maintained by local government authorities in Nigeria, and they are usually untarred. Though the Truck Road A falls under the exclusive purview of the federal government, and by that fact alone is well deserving of being kept in good condition, it will be observed that they are veritable tools for bandits and kidnappers who take due advantage of the several potholes and poor surface conditions, which forces commuters to slow down. In addition, commuting on any of the truck roads is usually characterized by unduly protracted hold-ups caused by several factors, including repair works or accidents resulting from bad roads.
Come and do road for come pour for this road for us. More they follow up. Make sure they still go school. Workers still go work on time. Nothing. Yeah, me so. See hold up for everywhere. Let me say road they move. Normal lane is right up. The other lane now is right up. Motor fall for the other side. You know your people manage. See the manager.
Motor since yesterday night on day now. We don't need lights, we don't need anything. Make it repair road for us. Every day our motor dey spoil. Every day wash up. The thing is too much. Governor, I beg, help us. If at all, listen to our cry. The suffer not too much for the masses. After night, students they try to go school instead of 7 o'clock because of no road.
This federal government road, in the reality of our government, they have money to do everything. But what we are seeing is not incorrect. And most times, companies are not moving. Road, without the road, notice is going well, and the youth is not happy.
Because the road don't they condemn many of motor with machine. Nobody feel they work out both leg and everything. But they can't help. We need their help for here because if this kind of we talk in our Benin this, now Shefu something. We don't want to make our Benin like they grieve us. Make a basket come. Even this man not come. Make a basket come. They come assist us to help us for this road.
For 15 years ago, I think that was the last time I can say, or 20 years ago, I saw trucks coming from Lagos passing through the town towards this Arbor Road. That was when, after the bypass we had developed, constructed, so we have not seen such existence. But surprisingly today, we start seeing it. It's like the country, we have retrogressed back to where we are coming from. Today, look at bad road everywhere. It's affecting our business.
Poor roads continue to be one of the major factors for road accidents in Nigeria. According to the Q2 2022 Road Transport Data Report published by the National Bureau of Statistics in conjunction with the Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC), 2,800 road crashes were recorded in that year. Many attributed the cause to the bad condition of the road, while a total number of 5,353 Nigerians got injured in the road traffic accident recorded. A total of 855 were killed. The total number of vehicles involved in accidents in Q2 of the year 2022 was 3,333. There is no doubt that bad federal, state, and local government roads are affecting socio-economic activities across different geopolitical zones of Nigeria.
A trailer fall down here, spend almost about 7 days here. Other one also fall into that way. So we are suffering.
So they need to upgrade the load to a bigger tonnage and strong that will help us. If you want this Abo load now, the whole business in Abo load clutch. Even the people that in the inside town, they are complaining because this is major load that people used to come inside the Edo State. If you want to look at it now, Awuchi load is bad too. Asapele load is bad. Lagos load of Via is bad. So if you watch the whole load, that the whole entrance in Edo State, they are bad. So we are pleading and begging on federal government, on state government, to do something, even if it's not to do it to the standard, at least to sample it, even if with the stone and some other things, so it will be easy for vehicles to pass.
This one don't connect. If you say I no get spare here now, you get people who don't even get spare for their own. If it be like this, you will, with the drive here, you will see some of them go sleep for road 1 week, 2 weeks, and they get children for us. They get family, they parents, all those things.
At night we dey suffer for this road. The road no good. It dey spoil our motor. As you see now one way now most of us they follow because this side now, this very side when I did now, it already condemned. Trailer they fall for this road every blessed day, and then they cost so up. They know they let us they feel work on this side, and if we not work on this side, we not see money. I beg make Mr. Governor or anything may help us. Make us do the road for us. I beg. Would they pay tax for this road?
They work again. Customer don't feel they give me job again. No job. The road is bad. If we fall on another thing entirely, yeah, they full. And we they pay our this thing we own there. We they pay we own every year. We they pay. So look my business. Nothing they go on. For like a month, I never do anything. I never take and touch anything. I don't tire for government. I don't know what they happen. Make government help us. May help us. We don't tire. We don't continue like this again. We get children for us. We get many responsibilities to carry on.
They take care of my children. See where I for the sell now. So erosion. Even inside my store, erosion they enter. Now here now they take care of my children. Okay, see where now. So erosion everywhere. Which kind of life be this one? I beg, make them help us.
Not too long ago, members of the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Resources (NUPENG) threatened industrial action over poor roads in Nigeria, which constantly causes tanker accidents and the resultant life and economic loss. The group and other Nigerians bemoaned the lackadaisical attitude of local, states, and federal government to the issues of addressing the degenerating state of Nigerian roads, which are in a deplorable state and impassable. Practically, every Nigerian and every sector of the Nigerian economy relies on one form of transportation or the other, with road being the most utilized means. This therefore connotes that a good road network where commuters arrive at their destination without any delay occurring from bad roads, or where goods are safely and timeously transported from one location to the other, is bound to foster economic progress. No doubt, good road infrastructure affects the flexibility and mobility of workforce from one point to the other, and it is indeed central to good governance and public welfare. Undoubtedly, a seamless road network and infrastructure lowers production costs and raises productivity, particularly in the agricultural sector, where the transportation of crops from the farm to the consumers is a major factor in the production chain.
The problem now as today, number one, road good. Number two, this criminal for road. Before for night anyway we go waka, but now because for this criminal, why our load you load, know how you park some place because for those criminal, if you don't catch people now, no be over to Monday talk. Now to carry people go is habush. When you know get out, say you go bring her. This fuel matter and this whole matter. Before if we load from north, if we load today evening, inshallah tomorrow morning around 10 in the morning or 11 or 8. We go reach Benin, then we go offload our load, the spoil.
Because of the bad roads now, before the thing will come from north, come reach this side, most of the tomatoes and fresh pepper don't spoil finish. And the thing now, they give our customer consign, and most of them are not they patronize us again.
Pepper where we they sell? Before we they buy bag 15,000, now 32,000, and you go buy them before you reach here. The pepper don't spoil. The road no good. Make government can't do road for us. Before the motor where they carry tomato, pepper, they spend 2 weeks for road. before they reach here na perishable goods, the tomato and pepper e don spoil.
They buy a lot of tomato from Kano, reach Benin City in Wahala. For police and soldiers, the many for they see the collect money, 1,000. Now you see they pay for it now. If you are in Tarot, you no get money, they go park motor. Rob no money in Wahala. They weigh you 2,000. And you rob no way they pay na 2,000.
So we will expect government. I wish they would do train now. Because we check where this load they come from far. From Kano, from Jos, from Niger. So if they say they get train, say we would less than 5 hours, it go they reach here. The price like it go they cheap. Before now, we will thank God say today even the price come down small. Normally before this one they almost 80,000, 70. But today now some of us they buy like 35. But because it come much where today now make a say for so.
Our government now cost and make everything they tear. Now even these tomatoes were not there like this. Now government cost them.
Because this our market now perishable goods. Anytime if the motor not quick reach Benin, the motor everything when they inside the motor will spoil. I beg go make government wanna do road for us. So we know if they hunger, children they school, children they we know if it can't they make children not eat so.
You pay about 2 bags before you call in office 1.5. So down the money don't go.
Earlier in the industrial sector, a good road transportation network is required to bridge the gap between the place of production to the point of final consumption. Research has shown that there is a strong and positive relationship between road transportation and economic growth in Nigeria. It has equally been demonstrated that transportation infrastructure can improve the well-being of the citizens in Nigeria. Road transportation contributes to gross domestic product in any country and imparts its economic growth when goods and services are being able to be transported to the end users. This implies that a good transportation system is a powerful tool in bolstering productivity and effective distribution of goods and services, and at the long run increase the economic growth in the country. With the coming on board of President Bola Tinubu, the president said the federal roads will be fixed by his administration. The Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, during an all-dispersed visit to different states of the country, identified the poor state of roads and promised that the federal government will swing into action to address road infrastructure in the country.
My directive is the remaining 2.5 should be constructed with 8-meter width of concrete road and 8 inches thickness of concrete road with 5mm mesh. The road you saw us riding on was done with concrete and it's been there for 7 years. No crack, no injury. So that's what we're going to do. If we have any remaining money in the contract, we can decide to change the shoulders that are all combined with concrete. This is what we are.
Be that as it may, more needs to be done about good road network in Nigeria. With the current level of maintenance, it is very difficult to retain good quality road infrastructure. In addition to ensuring adequate maintenance, the government needs to adopt more preventive maintenance measures, including a reverting to the use of rails and waterways, particularly to reduce burdens on the roads, which has now become the nation's primary channel of transportation. For instance, the use of well-secured pipelines should be exploited for the transportation of petroleum products and reduce the contact of tankers with other road users. Nigerians are no doubt hoping that road infrastructure will be improved upon soon. And that's a special report for today. Thank you so very much for watching. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. In Imo, Bayelsa and Kogi states have been conducted and winners have been declared. However, Yaga Africa has restated an earlier call that the election administration requires fundamental reforms to inspire public confidence and enhance the legitimacy of election processes and activities. Yaga gave the charge during the final press conference to journalists on the results of the Bayelsa state. The report. Addressing journalists, the executive director Yaga Africa, Samson Itodo, commended INEC for massive improvement in deployment of election logistics and prompt response in incidents of electoral malpractices in the just concluded off-cycle elections in Imo, Bayelsa and Kogi State.
A marked improvement in the management of election logistics across the 3 states. the Commission, and in this case, INEC's prompt response to the report of cases of pre-filled result sheets, that's from EC8As, in Kogi, was equally impressive. We hope that the Commission will fulfill its commitment to ensuring the culprits face the full wrath of the law.
Yaga Africa also recommended that the security agencies, especially the police, should investigate and prosecute cases of complicity and unprofessional conduct of some police officers during the election period, while praising the effectiveness of BeeTv deployed in all polling units.
We observed that BeeTv was deployed across all the polling units observed in Imo and Kogi State. In Imo State, the BeeTv worked throughout the day in 94% of polling units. However, it malfunctioned, and where cases where it malfunctioned and it was fixed was in about 3% of polling units. There are also cases where the BeeTv malfunctioned and it was not fixed, and this was recorded in 2% of polling units observed by Yaga Africa. In Kogi, the BeeTv worked throughout the day in 94% of polling units.
Yaga Africa verified 101 critical incidents witnessed by watching the vote citizen observers. 87 of those reports were received from Imo, and 14 of the reports were received from Kogi State. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. Former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuko Buratai, says building in carbon forms of insecurity bedeviling the nation can, when patriotic and committed are recognized and awarded for their commitment to the cause of the country. Buratai remarked at the Our Nation News Award held in the nation's capital, Abuja. BeeTv News, Regina Ojomo now reports.
This August gathering is here to witness the Nigerian News Award aimed at celebrating and awarding some Nigerians who have contributed to the development of the country. Former Chief of Army Staff, Ambassador Tuko Buratai, stated that the award and recognition of outstanding citizens causes ripple effect across generations in the development of the country.
Award in terms of security, you see there are
In his welcome address to the gathering, Chairman Planning Committee of the event, Etta Peters, helped on the importance of rewarding hard work and patriotism, while the publisher of our Nigerian news magazine, Dr. M.S. Abubakar, reeled out the success of recognizing citizens.
See a new Nigeria, we must change our narratives, we must change our behavior.
What you have demonstrated is integrity personified, and it makes this award to equate the national honor.
He is from the southeast and Buratai is from the north, and you can see the synergy that they had with themselves. So this is the thing that we need to do. I am from Kogi State, but I have invested heavily. I put all my life in training children from Kano State because I knew that they need this impact.
Whatever you are doing to contribute to the society, turn a deaf ears to whoever that wants to stop you.
First, there is no gainsaying that to whom more is given, more is expected. Thus, the recognition and award of patriotic citizen will only enhance.
Bola Tinubu has performed the Lesser Hajj in Makkah in Saudi Arabia, during which he was to have prayed for God's divine guidance in leading Nigeria. The president embarked on the Islamic rite at the end of his official visit to Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, where he participated in the Saudi African Summit on Friday.
Well, there's every opportunity to thank God Almighty Allah
for what he has done for me, humanity, and the entire country. I am grateful to God for his guidance, his blessings, and his answers to my prayers and the country's prayers for good of all. We have to give thanks to him at every opportunity that we may have. For the country, may our prosperity grow and our humanity be kind to each and every one of us. The prospect of the country is yet to blossom to the level that we require. It needs hard work and consistent prayer, and we are giving it to our mind and our spirit in every way possible.
The president was accompanied by Governor Umar Bago of Niger State, Diko Rada of Katsina State, amongst others. Another spoke with BeeTv News, Oyedola Oluwatoyin said the move is heartwarming.
I would love if we can extend it so that at least the city will be able to benefit more.
We want him to extend it to December for us.
About 2 weeks ago, some Edo people who spoke with BeeTv News had appealed to Edo State government to consider extending the free bus ride since they were still grappling with the fuel subsidy removal. Yielding to the appeal by the people, Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki on Monday approved the extension of the free bus scheme implemented by his administration. The free transport scheme was introduced on September 11, 2023 for an initial 2-month period to cushion the effect of the fuel subsidy removal by the federal government on the people of the state. The government said the extension is in furtherance of Governor Obaseki's commitment to the welfare of Edo people, noting that the free bus scheme will now run till February 2024. Speaking to the BeeTv News crew, the respondents were elated by the development, stating that the use of the bus has been helpful in conveying them to their respective destinations and has tremendously helped in cushioning the effect of the fuel subsidy in the country. They praised the state government's efforts in listening to their plight, adding that they are hopeful the free transport scheme extension will assist them a great deal.
Development, at least for those that are intending to go to town or go to places for their business and all that, it has been very, very helpful, and it will reduce the suffering at the moment when it comes to transportation for a lot of people. You know, for me, I have a car, but I decided to park my car now to see to be able to reduce the cost of my expenses for now.
He's a kind-hearted man, and even me as a common citizen, I understand the plight of people, and he's also a father who listens. For him to even extend it to another 3 months, I would say is a great relief to the common masses, because as you can see around here now, these are the common masses who are here. So most of them, due to this subsidy removal, so the thing really eats so much in the fabric or even the pocket of the common citizen. But I say a kudos to my governor.
Governor is trying. If they will even extend it for 1 year, we will appreciate it. Yes, because it helps us, it helps the masses.
Try with the extension to April. Very nice.
Other respondents who spoke to the news crew observed the dedicated routes of the buses were limited and do not reach the particular routes they ought to get to due to the excuses of bad roads, adding that they had to enter public transportation with exorbitant charges to get to their destinations.
They should put more buses on Sapler Road than the others. And again, the place they now stop now is at a total there, which was supposed to be at after second Obe. That's where they used to stop before. They have stopped it, and people are not. So the benefit we are enjoying, but it's not that much like before. Let it be like before. Since they want just dash us, they will dash us where. Obaseki, you do well. But nevertheless, The buses, they know they stop for where they felt they talk before. They say road bad and not be we cause am. We went there for Obena with the suffer and they'll throw us for road. We'll copy another motor, my transport go again. And you trust our brothers. They go see make sure say we still pay the money when we first still pay for ring road. It's not the best.
Pleading that they should bring another one that from country home that will be carrying from country home to ring road. But the governor is trying. God bless him.
Geniyu, Obaseki have done well for our state. Obaseki is the best governor I've ever seen because what the man have done he has done well.
Great, is okay. At least he has relieved off of transportation, and we are happy. I would say to the government, a job well done about the transportation. At least we traders, we have found it easy that we cannot go to anywhere we want to go with free transportation and all of that. So I commend the Edo State government for his work.
They called on the government to include more designated areas to the bus routes, even as the service has been extended in order to benefit those heading to those areas. Oluwatoyin Oyedola reporting for BeeTv News.
I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Governor, for extending the scheme. Residents of Textile Main Road in Igbo local government area for those states and Ihimi community of St. Xavier Road in Ikpoboha local government area have commended Honorable Murphy Osaro Omoyi, member representing Ego and Ikpoboha Federal constituency, the House of Representatives, on the installation of solar street lights in their area, which they said has reduced night-time crashes by improving visibility, increased community pride and cohesiveness, as well as improving the security architecture in the areas. BeeTv News' Gloria Afajagbe has the rest of the story.
Socio-economic activities have continued to receive major boosts following the construction of street lights by Honorable Murphy Osaro Omoruyi, the House member representing Ego Ikpoboha Federal constituency in the House of Representatives. When BeeTv News crew drove around Textile Mill Road at night and Enoge Palace Road in the Iyiwi community, it was observed that many of the street lights were working. Commenting on the developments in the community, the Enoge of Iyiwi, His Royal Highness Osabonye Ogewenke, lauded Honorable Murphy Omoruyi for providing street lights in the community, saying it will reduce criminal activities and enhance overall security in the area. He added that the good people of Ego Ikpoboha Federal constituency are expecting more of his good works and impact in their various communities.
We never expected him to come up this quick, because there have been a lot of people representing Ikpoboha for a very long time and they've not been able to come up with what he has done. And this is the first time we're really feeling somebody's representing us out there.
In their remarks, some residents of Textile Mill Road expressed their excitement over the installation of the street lights, saying that Honorable Murphy Omoruyi is a good example that Nigerian politicians should emulate. The respondent added that if the ruling leaders in the country are mindful of the sufferings and challenges faced by citizens, they will use their public offices and positions for the betterment of all Nigerians and the country at large.
We went to Textile Mill Road. We don't know where they find this kind of thing, but we don't see her. But thank God that He can't bring her for us. So God will bless her for us.
Before 6 o'clock, everybody don't enter house for Textile Mill Road. But just take a look how Textile Mill Road is now. Because of this light, see the crowd of people now. See everywhere is moving. So all our mind, they happy well. We are happy from inside our belly. They come out. When they say, may God bless Honorable Murphy Osaro Omoruyi.
Normally by this kind of time for this place, so everywhere dry, nobody they patronize, nobody they now me get this show for here. People they walk up past here. Normally by this kind of time everybody they fear. But as they bring the lights come, we are all happy.
When we are passing through Textile Mill, everywhere will be dark. By 6:30 everywhere will be dark. Now it's almost up to it now, and everywhere is bright now. We can easily pass here during the night and we will not be afraid of anything.
This is exactly what we expect from those called our leaders. Honorable Murphy is the one that placed this light in Textile Mill Road. So all of us are very happy.
I thank Honorable Murphy for this light. I appreciate him.
So I want to use this opportunity to thank him, to tell him that he should keep it up
So he has light up Texami Road. We've not seen for a very long time. So other honorable, they've come, but we've not seen a thing like this.
We see that things have been changing. Murphy, Amoji, that's the one I appreciate for the work they have done.
May God bless him in Jesus' name. All his generation, they will reap what he sowed. We are very, very happy because the night now, we used to stay here till even 9 o'clock.
Murphy, may God bless you.
All the respondents were of the opinion that with the availability of street lights in their areas, courtesy of Honorable Murphy Osawo Omoruyi, they feel more secured and it has further enhanced socio-economic activities in their community. Gloria Afajigbe reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigeria joined rest of the world to mark World Diabetes Day. Details of this and more when we return. Stay with us.
Jonasco Technical Enterprise. Dey for you where they build. No let soap they pepper your eye when you dey river. As Jonasco get better solid doors and stainless handrail them. Bulletproof door, dey. Double pan door, abi na one pan door you need, or jabrata. Come see gates with different designs. Wrought iron, laser pan gate, iron gate, stainless gate, and no fit to call and finish. Jonasco Technical Company in an importer, exporter, sabi iron roofing matter, drilling of borehole, construction of tank, transportation, and general contractor. Oya Alele go JJ Owa Junction off Upper Mission Extension after Temboga Junction, Ute Quarters, Benin City. Call am for this number 08065970286 07047177302 09029292819. For Jonasco Technical, we dey for you.
Chai. Original no be my mind, authentic no be my mind. Original no be fake. Quality paint EDS for quality paint you. Now EDS for quality paint you. Now EDS for emotion, super satin, super matte, gravitas paint today. Texture paint today, and the high quality emotion now for EDS. You know go fake the for EDS.
EDS Quality Paints, Kilometer 12, Benin Sapele Road by Ogege Quarters, Benin City, or our branch office, 68 Sapele Road, opposite former Edo State Library, now ShopRite.
Contact us today on 090-5320-6873. EDS Quality Paints, keeping your walls live.
Celebration of life. The family of Dekeri of Ogote Okeokpila in Esako East Local Government Area of Edo State announced the transition of their father, grand and great-grandfather, Chief James Sunday Dekeri, aged 90. He is survived by 9 wives, 35 children, many grand and great-grandchildren. Burial arrangement 15th November 2023 at 4 p.m. Service of songs at his residence in Okugbe Okpila, 16th November 2023 at 10 a.m. Body departs Notre Dame Mortuary, Afawa Ozaire, to his hometown, Ogute Okeokpila, for lying in state. 17th November 2023 at 11 a.m. Interment and reception at Anamero Idofe Foundation Headquarters, Ogute Okpila. Signed, Honorable Anamero Dekeri, aka Danko, Member House of Representatives, representing Esako Federal Constituency for the family.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. The coordinator, Edo People's Advocacy Organization of Nigeria, Comrade Emmanuel Egbogun, has debunked the allegations levied against him by some members of the Nigerian Police Force and other group of land grabbers at Ubiaza community that he was involved in an alleged murder case. Comrade Egbogun made the clarification during a press briefing in Benin City today. BeeTv News, Mercy Adams has details.
Speaking to journalists at the World Press Conference, Comrade Emmanuel Aibogun, the coordinator of the Edo People's Advocacy Organization, along with the Ojanwere of Ubiaza community, Elder Ogiame, demanded for justice from the Inspector General of Police, the Human Rights Commission, and the Police Service Commission to carry out a critical investigation into the unlawful invasion of Ubiaza community on the 29th of March 2023. He added that he was arraigned on trumped-up charges by the police in Zone 5.
The Edo civil society stakeholders will never support murder. At this junction, I condemn in totality the murder of late Edwin Ogianwose. I don't support murder, and I will never support murder. And I don't even encourage people to turn to violence. I live in a community. They should investigate me. I have lived in Benin for over 18 years. If there's anybody that can come out to say this is how and where I have even shot gun or I have aided for crisis to come, let the person come out and I will be charged and prosecuted and jailed.
Comrade Aibogun also declared that he never aided or abated any cause to disrupt peace in the community or cause crisis, and gave a 7-day ultimatum through the Office of the Inspector General of Police to carry out investigations into the issues raised as innocent persons of the community are suffering in prison and detention.
All I am giving is that let the police do a thorough investigation. To my demand, which I want to beg all the press media houses that are here to report on the print and electronic media, is that I am giving a 7-day ultimatum through the Office of the Inspector General of Police and the Chairman of the Police Service Commission to carry out a detailed investigation into the issues raised as innocent persons, particularly Uyi Obasui, Julius, I can't really call their names here, are all languishing in various correctional centers in Benin City.
Comrade Emmanuel Aibogun said he was unlawfully arrested and remanded for a matter he knew nothing about. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
So many Nigerians are said to be suffering from diabetes due to unhealthy diet, smoking, and other things. World Diabetes Day provides an opportunity to create awareness on the scourge of the disease. This was revealed by medical experts today as the world marks World Diabetes Day. BeeTv News' Praise Irabo has the report.
Diabetes is a persistent elevation of glucose in the blood. It is a situation where the body can no longer utilize the glucose efficiently. Diabetes awareness helps individuals know about the disease, causes, and the factors. Commemorating on the significance of the day, medical practitioners said the day is to create awareness for people to know that diabetes can be prevented, though it cannot be cured. They called members of the public to always go for checkup and stop ignoring health issues, just as they organize free medical checkup.
Number of persons who suffers from diabetes all over the world is really very high, and so WHO has set a day aside like this so that awareness will be created on the scourge of the disease, the preventive measures, management approaches. And diabetes cannot be cured, it can only be managed. For someone who maintains an ideal body weight, that's a preventive factor. Eating healthy diet. And what's healthy diet? Diet that is low in carbohydrate but rich in fibers and proteins will help to prevent diabetes. Reduction of alcohol consumption and cessation of smoking. Drugs like corticosteroid, but these are common drugs that we consume. Prednisolone, excess consumption of corticosteroids such as prednisolone can predispose someone to having diabetes.
We, the pharmacists in Edo State, we are remembering it today, and we decided to entertain or take care of our patients or people in Edo State.
Some beneficiaries were excited on the free blood sugar level test.
Now I know the level of sugar I have in my system now, or how well I'm going to consume more sugar or not.
We'll say thank you for that, and then I think you should run this more frequently.
Thank you for checking our blood sugar free.
The chairman of Oredo local government, Honorable Tom Obaseki, said the local government collaborated with the pharmacist to carry out the diabetes check for members of the public.
Diabetes is a chronic ailment, and the challenge is that most people have it and they don't know. Before they get to know, a lot of damage has been done to their system. They need to screen from time to time the status so they know whether they have diabetes or not. We are interested in the well-being of our citizens in Oredo.
This awareness is good. People would have the opportunity to check their sugar level.
The medical practitioners encourage those suffering from diabetes to desist from smoking and eating on healthy diets that are low in carbohydrates. The theme of this year's World Diabetes Day is Access to Diabetes Care. Praise Irabo reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the global scene. Fighting rages in Gaza as heavy rain lashes thousands of people sleeping in tents. The Israeli army said on Tuesday it captured the Hamas parliament and other buildings in the city. Earlier, a doctor at the main hospital in Gaza City, which is short of fuel, said 200 patients had been buried in a mass grave. Israel has accused Hamas of running a command center under Al-Shafa, which the hospital and Hamas denied. Meanwhile, thousands of people sleeping in tents in Gaza face a night of torrential rain. Israel earlier confirmed the death of 19-year-old Noe Marciano, a soldier kidnapped by Hamas during the 7th October attack. Israel began striking Gaza after the attack, in which 1,200 people were killed and more than 200 taken hostages. The Hamas-run health ministry says more than 11,000 people have been killed in Gaza, 6 of whom more than 4,500 were women. Rebecca Goffey will tell us more on the global scene.
The U.S. Army has reversed the convictions of 110 black soldiers arrested after the 1917 Houston riots, acknowledging unfair trials and racial mistreatment. A military review prompted the reclassification of their records, now recognizing their military service as honorable. The riot followed racial provocations against the Buffalo Soldiers, including the 3rd Battalion, 24th Infantry Regiment. The Army's decision aims to rectify past mistakes and grant honorable discharges, acknowledging the historical injustices during the Houston riots in 1917, which resulted in 19 deaths amid racial tensions. Meanwhile, during the Trump family civil fraud trial in New York, Donald Trump Jr. returned to the stand, hailing his father as a real estate artist and genius. As a co-defendant in the trial with his father and brother Eric, Trump Jr. emphasized the Trump's organization defense. The trial's outcome could impact the Trump's real estate empire, potentially leading to a ban on business activities in New York. The allegations focused on inflated property values by over $2 billion, with charges including falsification of records, insurance fraud, and conspiracy. Finally, memorials honoring Stalin's repression victims in Russia are vanishing or facing vandalism amid efforts to rehabilitate the Soviet dictator. Over the past 9 years, 700+ plaques commemorating those who died in Stalin's purges were installed. However, dozens have disappeared since May, raising concerns. Oksana Matevskaya from the Plaques Project Posledny Others notes the lack of police investigation, suggesting it challenges the state's narrative. The disappearances coincide with a broader trend, with 18 monuments to repression victims and foreign WW2 soldiers targeted, mainly dedicated to Polish nationals. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca Goffey.
And now to sports news. Ahead of the Nigerian Women Football 2023-2024 season, Edo State Deputy Governor Right Honorable Kamefule Shuaibu on Tuesday joined the state-owned Edo Queens Football Club at their training session. The sports-loving Deputy Governor, who took out time to speak with the team after the training session, said the improvement with Bender Insurance and Edo Queens took almost 4 to 5 years to get them to where they are today. The report. Speaking after the training session, Edo State Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Kamri Philip said the two teams, Edo Queens and Beda Insurance Football Clubs, are still work in progress because they have not actually gotten to where they ought to be. He said the insurance team have started setting new records, saying that last season they were unbeaten and won the FA Cup after over 40 years drought and qualified for the CAF Championship. And said for Edo Queens, they have started on a good note this season by winning the Betty Obaseki pre-season women football tournament.
You can see they have already started winning. They won the Bestie Obaseki preseason tournament, and you can see the level, tempo of play by the team. It shows that we are into surprises again, the way Benda Insurance did last season in Edo Queen. And for the template we've set a template that is difficult to beat. Other clubs are coming to copy the professionalism in Benda Insurance.
Kamri Shaibu said beyond winning, the purpose of the team is to give hope and confidence to the team players to actually play themselves and show their skills that would earn them national call-up with the objective of going to Europe where football is flourishing, just like Imade Osayenhoy and Ogbonna Glory, who are doing Edo State proud in Europe.
To give hope and give confidence to the players to the extent that they can actually play themselves and show their skill. And showing their skill, they will be called up to national team, and our dream also is for them to go to Europe and other areas where football is flourishing. Just like Imade and Gloria, they are doing very well. Gloria is already investing in Edo State. Imade just got there and is already scoring. It cost almost 4 to 5 years to get to where we are in Benda Insurance and Edo Queen. And like I still tell people, Benda Insurance Edo Queen is still a work in progress. We are not actually where we want to be yet, but we are gradually getting close to it. You can see we've started breaking and setting new records.
Recall that the Edo State Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Philip Shaibu, had earlier made a financial pledge to Edo Queens if they would emerge winners of the Bessie Obaseki preseason women football tournament, which they did. The Deputy Governor has since fulfilled this pledge to the team as part of efforts at boosting the team's morale ahead of the new football season. The team captain, Suliat Abidem, however, appreciated Governor Gordon Obaseki and his Deputy Right Honorable Kamri Philip Shaibu for their support, while promising to keep putting up their best ahead of the new season. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
They need to come and sign me, really. If they want to win Continental Glory, they should come and sign me. All right, let's join Uyi Labat now for more sports news.
Good evening and welcome to the Sport News segment on BeeTv News. I'm Uyi Lambert. The first story is from Europe. Bellingham and Lever Conwell have withdrawn from the England squad for the Euro 2024 qualifiers against Malta and North Macedonia. Both Real Madrid midfielder Bellingham and Chelsea defender Conwell have shoulder injuries. 5 players have now pulled out of Gary Southgate's initial squad for the games on 17th and 20th November. On Monday, Cole Palmer, Ezri Konsa and Rico Lewis replaced the injured James Maddison, Callum Wilson and Louis Dunk. Meanwhile, Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford and Manchester City midfielder Calvin Phillips will meet up with the squad later this week for personal reasons. Manager Southgate will not add to the squad for Malta's visit to Wembley on Friday and a trip to North Macedonia on Monday. England have already qualified for next summer's European Championship, and one more win will assure them of top spot in Group C and being one of the top seeds in Germany. Still in Europe, ex-Brazil and Barcelona defender Dani Alves is to stand trial in Spain for alleged sexual assault. Alves, 40, has been in prison without bail since January after being arrested over an allegation he assaulted a woman in a Barcelona nightclub in December. He denied the claims and said he had consensual sex with his accuser. A Barcelona court has now ruled there are sufficient grounds for him to stand trial following request by the public prosecutor and the women's lawyer. A date has not yet been set for the proceedings. Alves was formally indicted by a Spanish judge in August. Alves played 408 times for Barcelona, winning 6 league titles and 3 Champions Leagues across 2 spells and was also part of Brazil's 2022 World Cup squad. Still in Europe, Scotland are motivated by the feeling that they did not do themselves justice at the last European Championship, says central defender Liam Cooper. At COVID-delayed Euro 2020, Steve Clarke's side went out at the group stage with 1 point from 3 games. Scotland, who are not yet featured in championships since 1996 prior to 2021, have booked their place in Germany next summer with 2 qualifiers to spare. And that is the package on the sports segment tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Uyi Lambert. Good evening.
All right, thank you so very much, Uyi. Let's now join Mercy Adams for entertainment news.
Rema has become the youngest African artist to sell out the O2 Arena at the age of 23. It's also one of the youngest ever to handle the famous arena. The multi-platform selling Nigerian musician and trailblazer, Rema has sold out a heading London date that display his mettle as an international music star. Announcing a must-see show at the 20,000 seated capacity O2 Arena in London, the concert will take place on Tuesday, 14th November 2023 in support of his debut studio.
Searching no more.
Famous singer Oluwatosin Oluwole Ajibade, aka Mr. Easy, has said contrary to popular opinions, his marriage to actress and fashion blogger Temi Otedola, daughter of billionaire and philanthropist Femi Otedola, was not a secret. He said the video of his song Legalize was the footage of their wedding. In pop artist Chimobi, popularly known as Zoro Swagboy, has revealed that famous rapper Fino accommodated him at some point before hitting stardom. According to him, he was sleeping on the floor in one of the empty rooms in the Penthouse record label boss house before his hit song Ogene gained traction. He disclosed this in the latest episode of Zero Conditions podcast. He said he left Fino's house in 2016 after someone stole the Penthouse boss's money. Popular singer Iyanya Onoyom Mbong, simply known as Iyanya, has revealed why he is monogamous. According to him, he said dating multiple women is expensive. He stated this while appearing in the latest episode of the Doyin's Corner podcast hosted by reality star Doyin Sola Anioluwapo David. Iyanya said, "I have priorities. I'm too busy. Cheating is expensive." The reality show star also added that personally, she can't accept 10,000 naira from a man, emphasizing that her partner needs to give her money in dollars. Thank you so much for joining us on the entertainment segment this evening. Over now to Best Orator for the concluding part of the news. I am Mercy Adams. Good night.
Thanks so very much, Mercy Adams, for that entertainment news. And obviously, that's what we call it a wrap on tonight's news. Well, thank you very sincerely for staying tuned to us. Thank you for supporting us always. Thank you for liking us, for sharing our page, and of course, for commenting as well. We do hope that we'll see you again tomorrow, Jehovah's willing. My name is Best Orator. From all of us, it's good night.